Well, we are back on this site this morning, and yeah, the rain is here. So we got heavy rain, severe storms, and all that fun stuff. So until it gets here, we're gonna see how much of this stuff we can mulch in here. But we're finally coming back to take this real rough area and kind of clean it up and grind out these trees and make it look kind of like the rest of it. And then when it dries up some, we're actually going to start hauling in some fill dirt, and there's some piles in here I'm going to knock down and kind of, I think this was a low spot and looks like people have been dumping stuff for years. So we're going to try to fill all that in and just make it nice and level where this kind of looks more of like a park-like setting. But I got to go in there and get rid of some trees where we can kind of start doing that. So we'll just hopefully, I don't know, kind of start at this end, and I'm going to try to keep my back to the traffic because the road's right there. But we'll see how much of this we can get done before we get rained, or not so much rain, but the lightning. I'm not real big on running that with the lightning and stuff they're talking about, but let's jump in there and get to it. And this is why we can't have nice things. I try to get you guys up close and personal. Okay, let's try this again. Well, I think I'm done mulching for this round. So got a little pinhole in the K-strain right there. It just started spewing out, so I don't know if I got up against a tree or what happened. I just saw it spewing fluid out. I've pretty much got everything I was gonna mulch down, but there's so much concrete and other stuff I'm trying to watch, and some of these pieces the mulcher will grind them up, like that chunk right there, but it's kind of a slow go, and with it laying on the ground it just kind of shoots it around. So my thought process was, I've already got this nice hole right here I'm going to try to fill in. I think I'm just going to take some of these bigger logs, we'll just throw them in there and bury them. That's not the best thing to do, is I know it'll be a soft spot and it'll settle, but they're never going to build anything here, and we just got to cover it up. So that's why, like, some of those stumps, I just stop there and let them thicken up where I can grab them with the bucket. I may kind of dig this out a little bit more. We'll just line all my brush and limbs and trash, and then I'm gonna take some of these big chunks of concrete and kind of place on top of them, and then rake all this stuff in, and then we're supposed to haul in some fill after I kind of see, because there's a pile underneath that hill, and then there's all this over here. I'm supposed to kind of just try to fill this area back in. It may always kind of be a low spot, or I may just kind of follow what's over there. So like I said, it may be a deal where we'll fill it in and get it cleaned up as best we can now, and then just down the road it'll kind of sink and settle. We'll bring in some more stuff. But yeah, there's just a bunch of concrete and barrels and just trash in here I'm going to try to rake through. So it's opened it up. Some of these trees are a little goofy, like that sycamore, because they're growing out. They're trying to grow towards the sun, and there's so many other trees in here that they just kind of grow and curve out. It's probably never going to straighten up, but there was no point in taking it out. It's kind of got everything opened up. And then I think with the bucket I may be able to try to grab some of these vines. That'd clean these trees up a lot if all these vines were gone. I think instead of messing with going and getting the new K-strain hose right now, supposed to get ready to rain again, I'll just throw the bucket on and kind of spend the rest of the day over here trying to organize and clean this up a little bit better. And then on my way into the shop tonight, I'll take that hose off when I leave, and then just stop by there tonight or in the morning and get it replaced. But tomorrow the mulcher was going back anyway, so I'll stick him a new hose on there, and we'll just get back with our regular scheduled program of moving some dirt for a while. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the mulching footage. I do like the mulcher on the excavator a little bit better than I do the loader, just because when you're able to, it's a lot nicer to work the stuff up in the air. It's a lot more efficient, cleaner, and it just seems a little easier, where you can kind of grind it down from the top than having it on the ground and grinding through the dirt and such. But it was also a little bit of a learning curve. Definitely see where this attachment at some point would be nice to add to the fleet, because just like this week, it's wet, it's muddy, you can't really do anything, but you can come in here and mulch and make a gigantic mess. So yeah, this we'll go put the bucket on and see if we can't make something of this now. came up overnight, so I don't think I'll be doing any more dirt work or mud work in there today. And yeah, we'll go down there. The road's closed off because the creeks, this is what happens all the time when it floods down here. It's up, oh, past the road over there. And then you can see we got a little flooding here. I won't be, I could pull the Jeep down. I drove across there. You shouldn't be driving across water, but it's not real deep right here. But yeah, I'll drive the Jeep. That's the gate I go through, and right over there was where I just did the riprap in that pipe. So I don't think the water's, it's a little deep to walk in there. So yeah, we're a little underwater there. But see, that's why they got that building built up so much. But yeah, it'll probably take it'll take a couple days for it to go back down. So I guess I can shift gears on what I go work on today. We'll pull back through there and I'll show you that crossing that with the little culverts and the concrete deal. So yeah, I think we've got over 6.5 inches of rain this week, so fun. Yeah, here's up there more towards the park or whatever. So yeah, this isn't really near as bad. 93, you couldn't even see the mailboxes. I think it was 5 or 6 feet deep right here. So this is pretty much normal. So it'll run like this for a few days, and then it'll open up. Well, here's all my 3-inch rock that we put on that part of the road up there. So yeah, sometime through the night we had a lot of water come down through here. Job security, I guess, right? But yeah, it cleaned all that. There's 5 loads of 3-inch rock that was on there, and my road's washed again. So there's a decent chunk of the rock right there. We can kind of grab it and pull back, but you can see with the leaves right there, it was I don't know, back to the bumper, almost up to the top of my tire on my Jeep, and then back out there, you probably can't really see them from here. There's some sticks and stuff in there. But you can tell it washed across there pretty good, so it was moving down here pretty good. But yeah, now I got to drag all that back over there and put that road back. And then I don't know if you can see very well or not, but that's probably like a 16-inch piece of limestone that I had stuffed in this corner, so it was enough water to slide that over there. But I don't know, there's nothing. I may try to put some riprap over there, but I don't even think that's going to be enough to hold it. This water's just too destructive and cuts too much when you get that much of it. But yeah, it just washed. But you can see where the leaves were disturbed on that edge right there, so that was how much water was rushing through here. But there's no way to really, I don't know, adhere the rock to this stuff right there. You just kind of dump stuff over the top of it. So yeah, at least I got something else to work on when I can get across there. But always something. So all right, well, we're gonna head to the shop now so we can take the mulcher back. Yeah, right there is where my riprap ditch is at. So and you know that area is kind of low, so yeah, we've got a little bit of water. And then this is where the creek that we were just at comes through, right through here. But it's not flowing much because the creek's so full that it can't. And then this is the lagoon that I mow around. It's pretty deep right there, but that's part of the reason like the fences are always tore up right here, because this area floods all the time. But all right, let's head to the shop and take the Fecon back.